Welcome back to Mab Gaming. We are playing Rising Danger Timberborn on the hard mode. I believe this is episode 8. I have been working on, you guys would have already seen it by now, but I have been working on the updated patch and seeing what we have as far as that is concerned. I'm really enjoying it, not going to lie in that department. We have our one bad water source being shipped off. We haven't had any luck as far as our other bad water sources go, or our good water sources, I should say. We are still working on those. Our food situation is in probably one of the best positions that it can be in all honesty, and I am pretty thrilled about that one. So we are going to be fixing this, getting this all situated for the bad tide, because it's very well possible that this is going to be a very long and enduring bad tide. While that's being said, we're building a bridge. We're trying to get over here, not necessarily over here to do anything, but you know, it would be nice to have a large amount of farmland to also grow with. Real quick, I want to go over some rules just so that we're aware of the rules that we're playing with and why we have so many different districts. So each district is capped at 25 beavers. We can't go over 25 beavers. I'm still learning on how exactly that works with moving beavers from district to district. So at this current point in time, over in District 2, we have 26 beavers. And over here in District 3, we have 6. So we're working on it. And then District 1, we have 19. So you can kind of see where it gets a little bit difficult, needless to say. But that also being said, we are doing a pretty good job, I would say, in keeping all of our beavers fed, watered. We had one small hiccup a few episodes ago, but we're not going to talk about that. That, like I said, that was just a hiccup. That was a one-off thing, and it had a lot to do with transporting stuff to and from our beaver towns. So we're gonna pause all these guys. We got a 19-day bad tide ahead of us, so we're going to need to buckle up and kind of figure some stuff out. Oops. Probably need to pause these guys too. We have a little over 3k worth of water. That should last us, hopefully. We're pretty full down here. We need to probably get a couple more of these tankers down here to kind of help last throughout the time. We do have some carrots, potatoes. The drug of choice over here is so far the sunflower seeds. So once we kind of determine how we're going to do that, one thing that we did notice with the update is the water mechanics look phenomenal. I cannot give those any more higher praise than what they already have. They look so well done. You're gonna make me get all up in this business, aren't you? There we go. you can be paused. All right, so yeah, if you haven't checked it out, I suggest checking out the update. It is world class, so well done. All the stuff that they've added, it is brilliant. I love it all. It makes the gameplay a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie in that department. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, I would suggest it. Been having a lot of fun with it, and yeah. So back to problems at hand. We kind of need to get up here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go 2 out like this as far as we can. Oh man. 2 out like that. And then we're going to go 2 out like this. 2 out like this. And then something like that. And then basically what my idea is going to be is to build a wall right here. And then we're going to do the same with this one once this kind of gets set. And I'm going to build a wall right here. There's going to be sluices right here. That way when this turns red, obviously we have one more problem we have to deal with over here. I don't even know how you deal with that. But we will be dealing with this eventually in the near future. We might have to just drill across right here for the time being until we find a better way to deal with it. But I do want to eventually make this this bowl clean water. And at the current point in time, we are building a tower. So this is eventually going to get up here, and that's just to slow the drip. We also have another one that we have to worry about over here that I'm not going to do a whole lot with yet, because one, we have to get over here first, and that's its own problem. How are we doing in District 3? Right now, a whole lot of collecting. How many jobs do we got? We got 2 in there. We got 1 in there. We don't have a TNT guy. How many beavers we have? Okay, so 2, 3, 4. I see the job market in this. All right, there. Oh, we got planks going, and then, okay, so you don't have a job, but you're injured, so that makes sense. All right, so let's go to well-being. Put 2 of those there so we can get injured beavers going. We'll build that up. And yeah, we have that guy going. All right, so that should help bring people back to the fold a little bit. We're obviously building right here to kind of eventually block this off, so then we can get to the metal, because metal's kind of something we need a little bit of. How are we doing over here? We have 1.1k. I'm gonna go to 50, because they don't need full water. They only got 6 beavers. We need water. Alright, let's pause. We can pause all of you guys. And then the idea is once this gets built, I want to stop it here. I want to put sluices on this side. Kind of like this right here. And then once bad tide comes, then boom. And then we'll have a couple of sluices in the fencing area right here, which will then help with everything else. That's kind of the idea. And then the same thing with this right here. Obviously, this is going to take a minute to get to that kind of level because they're going to be more focused on this. I'm going to drop this down. And then we can click on this one. I'm going to go lower priority. Reset that. And just so we can focus on other things that we need. District 2. We have 10 beavers without jobs. So we might as well boost up that. Boost up that. That going. Boost those up. Might as well come over here. Boost that up. And we'll put one more. So we're at the point where we can probably add a few more jobs to this because we took a lot of jobs away when we started making our new district over here. We'll prioritize haulers. Yeah. So we're gonna find that upgrade. Alright, individually, sure, why not? That works. And then once this gets built, actually we don't need this road here. That doesn't make any sense. We can get rid of that. And then yep. It makes sense if it was connected. Alright, so we have that connected up again, and then I need, what do we need? We need water for the time being. Oops. Probably need to play you. All the other ones are paused. Great. You need to be played. There we go. Alright, no sleepless homeless beavers. We got 3, and that's because we have 26. We have any sleepless? We have 2. This one has 22. Let's go ahead and play that one. Hey, and this height, it is all blocked off. So we will be able to move down here eventually. And I'll be able to keep all these guys as laborers because we'll be able to grow trees non-stop down here once, obviously, these 10 days pass. Probably need to work on, where is it? There it is. That'll make sense. Because that's not even full. Why is that not full? Alright, detonate all that. And then let's come in here. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And then we need... Yes, we're working on it. 2. There we go. And then once we get all this built, obviously this guy will be able to come back to work and figure out his life. For the time being, we're actually going to pause you. So everybody can work on building these items, get that going. That'll look fantastic. Boom, detonate all of that. Hold on, hold your horses. Alright. Demolish that. And demolish that. And that's kind of important. Oh, help me. Actually, this is probably the most important thing. So we can get those beavers back to working. You know, working for the stiff. Let's path this out. That way they can at least, whatever they gotta do there. I also want to... We need to make sure that we're importing metal as needed. Which I'm pretty sure I'm not even playing. Which, I mean, right now we're in the middle of growing pains, so it kind of makes sense. Alright, everything's working, everything's alive again. We have jobs, we're shuffling stuff across. This is going to close below 3% contamination. And then yeah, that'll never close. But yeah, so like I said, what we need to do is we need to start fixing this up so that when we do get bad tides, we are ready for them. Something like that. And then we will close above, and you will close above 3%. 3%. And we will have those open to 1. And then where are we at? We need this right here. How are we doing on those? I mean, 5 metal, 5 planks. This should be fairly simple to accomplish. Alright, we have metal being made. We have water being procured. How are we doing over here? We look pretty solid. You guys look pretty solid. Let's start pumping this one. You should be a higher priority. You are. Yep. Alright. So it was just that one. Actually, I want my builders. You guys can go down to 2. That should be fine, right? How many do we have over here? We have 4, so if we bump that down to 3, bump you up to 3, everything should work out just fine. So we're gonna suck this one dry. We got 5 days left. I'd say we're doing pretty well. This is obviously going to kill a little bit of it. I can't really help that. It is what it is at this current point in time. We need water. And we need metal. We need lots of metal. You guys are wanting scrap metal, right? Yes. Just wanted to make sure we had that set up correctly, because you never know. Pause. Pause you, and play you. Can't let this die. You're full, which is great. We have 4 days, 1,000 things of water. We should be great on. We have a lonely beaver coming over here, and we're pretty much done building that, which is excellent. The only thing I will say that I like about the current game is I like how this is set up. So we have our food, we have our other resources, which we don't really have a lot of, and then we have this. So all of these are resources we use to build, knock down, whatever. This is something that needs to be either done something to be put in this one or in this category, I believe. It might just be this category. What is this? Ingredients, yeah, so it's more for this one. But then we have these two, which is logs and planks, or logs and water. Holy cow. Logs in the update are a part of your materials. That is how they decided to do that. Which, like I said, is fine. It's just, it takes a little bit of getting used to. And a bit unfortunate. I really wish you guys would... I mean, you're not needing the metal. I need the metal. Give me the metal. You are working on this, which is great because they'll give this a chance to kind of empty. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do, pig, that'll do. We are now out of water right here, which hasn't happened before. We are in District 2. I'm going to play you two. Not necessarily something I want to do, but something that's going to need to be done. While we're working on it, we might as well build these two because we are going to absolutely need more water. We're getting to the point where we're building a lot and we're going to need a lot. So, how are we doing on this? Still don't have the metal blocks. Metal blocks in here. It's TNT. That's metal. I mean, There's not... Oh. Can we make these slightly higher priority? Because our metal blocks also go into this stuff, which I guess makes sense. But hopefully we won't have to worry about this anymore because we will be shooting the water off this way. Oh man. And we got one day. I'm not worried about it. Whatever happens, one day, obviously we're going to be replanting anyway. But yeah, not too worried about it. But I would like to get these built. One, so we have them. And two, because apparently this isn't going to be enough. We still have water over here. How are we doing? Okay, so population ain't going too hot. Where do I need to go? I need to go into here. District 3 minimum. Minimum 10. I don't know, whatever. We'll do something like that. Because we need to get beavers over here. We need to get beavers building. Alright, great. We're working on those. That's fantastic. That'll give us a reason to actually build this kind of stuff right there. Like I said, not too worried about everything else. It's more of I want to make sure we have water for the last little bit. And did this end up coming over? It did. So we're going to need to go, because this is going to stay for a minute. If I'm being honest. So what I'm probably going to do is, obviously we have the science. I'm going to unlock this one. And then we're going to delete this and delete this. Probably have sick beavers now, but that's fine. Anyway, I'm deleting this so then we can put this one in. And we're going to have to come up here and seriously, like, work on that. You know what? I don't even care. How do we get rid of sick beavers? No. Probably in well-being. Oh, we have to grow blueberries and all the other junk. That makes sense. Oh. Floodgate open. Floodgate open. Play and play. I do want my beavers being worked on. Are these finally built? They are. Sweet. Watch that. And then once these get built, we will be in a much better spot. I want my metal being go into those things, because then at that point we are at least able to protect one side, and that's kind of the whole objective. We're going to have to figure this out. I'm going to open this just so... I don't even know, because right now this is blocked off to the highest point, and our only exit is this. So that means this water is going to stay here a little bit longer. Fun, right? Yeah, that's fun. Then we can come over here. I am going to... I need to demolish these. Yes. Then, yes, build this up like that, and then we're going to repeat process all over again. Once that gets done doing that, then we'll be set. But eventually, once we get all this done, it's just a lot of TNT. And this is going to slowly drain out because we now have our wall in place. We're going to open all this up. Obviously, we do not have the workers for all of that, but it will help. We're halfway there. We got some interesting stuff going. Alright, sorry, I had to take a break, and I have no idea what I was talking about. Alright, so we're going to jump into this. I paused this, got this guy. Thought I got that guy going. And about down here, you need some love. You no longer need love. And we're going to kind of detonate that up. Why? Because there's really no need to have all of this. So I'm going to kind of block that off. I don't know if we can reach this one. It might come in 2 at a time. Whatever. We're going to do it that way, and then I'm going to come in here, get these, and then we're just going to start putting sunflower seeds a little bit everywhere. I'm going to place you at the highest priority, you at a medium priority to get you kind of going. We can pause the both of you. Get this guy going. District 2. We have 11 open jobs. Oh, we have no workers down here. Do we have any workers up here? No, we do not. Alright, how many? We have 22 workers. That's important to get that green. You've done your job, so let's pause you. We don't even have any workers in there. I mean, we're doing what we need to do, which is handling the big stuff. Oh. Probably need to get that going. Man, I'm really bad at this. Alright, we can probably pause both of you just to get someone in here. Like that. Yeah, we need to get water over here ASAP. And we don't have a whole lot of time to really dilly-dally around. Because apparently we're on our way to the next drought. I mean, we're doing a pretty good job. Let's play you. Oh, it's being flooded right now. This will give a chance to get it lowered, and then maybe by then we'll have the ability to actually do something over here. Let's pause. I think I have this guy going down here. Alright, the drought started 18 days. Let's pause all them, kind of resituate ourselves. I don't even care if we drain this because we have this going over here, which is fine by me. So we'll drain that down. We have we have a little bit of water. This one might be a little bit more challenging for us. Not going to lie on that aspect of it. Yeah, we're not even going to pretend that we know what we're doing here. We got food. We got food, we got water, we have the ability to get water. Was District 2 holding? We're holding almost 2. These guys aren't really fully beavered yet, so like we do have the ability to kind of wait on some of that. Let's build this. And then come down here. And get all of these trees going. And there's probably a simpler way to do that, but we didn't. So we'll start collecting these trees because we might as well do that. And figuring out what our next step is, because we're slightly in trouble. Let's do this, get this kind of set up. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I don't even know. So we're going to I get that one more up higher just so that we're able to we're gonna hit that and let that be replaced because we need that kind of going just a little bit. what we probably can do, delete that. Delete that. Let's get the... I need... Okay, they have to come in this way. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of... delete all this. Let's figure out... where is it? Yeah, once that gets done, then that goes 4 down, and then we would really be able to, like, do that. And then obviously the pumps, we were already employing 3 of them, so it makes sense to do it that way. Yeah, that all makes sense to me. Alright, I'm liking this. We're starting to work with what we got, obviously. This needs to start being a situation over here as far as power goes. Probably need to get the wood mill. A log to paper. Sounds fantastic. We'll put that there. Build that up like that. And then once we get the paper mill, we can go over here to power, unlock these. And then we can start building a few of these over here to help with the power supplying problem that we are going to have. Because we're going to need quite a few of them to at least keep this going in some form of fashion. I think that covers up. Let's make sure everybody's got water. You do not have water, so we need to play you. We can probably pause you. How are we doing over here? We got a little bit. You got 141, but how many beavers you got? You got 10. Like, you're really not all that hurting that much. How many beavers we got over here? We got 24. Yeah. With 3 people that don't have jobs. Let's actually play you. Yep, now we're good. We're slowly working on this. If we can get this done, the next bad tide will be a lot better. And we'll have a lot more greenage down here. What I'm going to do is we're going to come in through here. I know this just seems like a lot, and trust me, it is, but Probably easier if we do this. And let's pat this out. Let's come over here. Ah, come on, man. That didn't take much. Let's rotate. Now we are able to finish that off. Alright, so I'm going to play that so we can get this going. They might be able to reach it, they might not. I don't really know. Actually, it would help if I actually played it, but what are we waiting on? You need treated logs. We need to make sure that we're able to actually get a little bit of treated planks. This is as needed, right? Imported if needed, yeah. And that'll get this going, so then we were able to actually pump a little bit. Because we got pretty much everything else we need. Why is that so low? That did not last long as I thought it would. Oh, these are pumping. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. Alright, how much do we have? We have 900. That's pretty much 100 a day. I don't know if that's going to last us. Let's play that guy. Pause him. I want to do it just so that we are able to say we can. Pause and pause. That was my bad. I didn't realize that these guys were pumping. Probably saved our bacon in the end. Not gonna lie about that one. We can play you. And we'll pause those guys. The thing, I mean, that's not bad. And then, oh man, a lot of moving parts here. Alright, do we have workers here? We do not have workers here yet. But we do have a paper mill, so, I mean, you can't really argue with that one. Most of those are filled. We'll get those filled up in 8 days. That should be fine. I'm actually going to... We're gonna pause these two. And the only reason why I'm gonna pause those two is because when we go to detonate, this is gonna be an open canal until we can get the pieces in to block the sluices off. I'll probably end up putting the sluices right about here. And then obviously we'll have the bad water just flow freely right through here, and then it'll be all done, set. Everything works the way it's supposed to. Let's pat that out. Getting grilled potatoes, we have planks. Do you ask for fairy logs? Import as needed. Because we're going to need those. I mean, we have a buttload of them. We have 20. I need 10. Because basically what we're going to have to do is transport from here to here to here. In order to get this built. So we have the resources, we might as well use them. I'm gonna let him play because we will need him eventually. District 2, 800 water. We might as well drain everything dry. I don't think there's anything left in that one. Yeah. Alright, so may have problems here. May have a few problems. We got these 4 left. We got 5 days left. We may have to pause these guys in order to pull this off. Make sure everybody's paused right there. That's fine. We're going to end up probably pulling this one out of our hats just a little bit. Just to make it through this. You have enough. You have enough. I don't want the tree. I want this. Alright. Interesting. Well, we'll see if we're able to get this going. Because that would give us extra water. And I don't want to build like some sort of weird highway over here either. I just want them to be able to get what I need and everybody be happy. I feel like I'm not asking for too much. Maybe I am. Who knows? That was interesting. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, we're going to leave it in a state of suspense and animation. Alright, so we're in the process of building all this, which is fantastic. We're going to get this going, get that wall just a little bit higher. Hopefully we can then be in a better place as far as this is concerned, because that'd be great. Obviously this water will only drain to this level because that's the exit right there, so why would it go any higher? And then we obviously have this exit covered, which is the lowest exit, which would make sense. So yeah, if you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Think about subscribing. We will have more of this content to come. I'm also playing, like I said, the experimental stuff, and by the time this video comes out, you should have seen video number 2. Maybe, depending on how I feel, video number 3. So keep a lookout on that, because that game, even in neutral mode, normal mode, whatever, is not for the faint of heart, and I can't wait until that becomes a live game so I can mess around with it just a little bit more. But yeah, I'll leave it here. Also post in the comments. I need 2 district names. We got an industrial one, and then we got a farm-ish one, more or less. So until next time, I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.